Welcome, dear viewers, to a realm where dreams intertwine with the supernatural, and the veil between the living and the dead is but a whisper away. Prepare yourselves for a bone-chilling true story that will leave you questioning the boundaries of reality. In this gripping story, we delve into the eerie encounters of one individual as they grapple with the enigmatic presence of a departed loved one. Brace yourselves for a journey into the depths of the unknown, where dreams become portals to the afterlife. This is Haunted Dreams, a chilling encounter with the spirit world.
A terrifying story, one wrapped in gloom and despondency, begins to unfold in the depths of the night. I will now reveal the eerie story that has been the driving force behind my entire existence. An old recollection that is shrouded in the mists of time discloses a terrible occurrence that altered the course of my life in an irrevocable way. At that time, the barrier that separated the living from the dead became more permeable, and I began to see supernatural phenomena in my everyday life. During the formative years of my life, I never experienced the comforting hug of my mother. My heart will never be the same since she was taken from me at such a young age. The vacuum she left behind can never be filled. Nevertheless, a guardian angel materialized out of the darkness to assist me in navigating the perilous path that is my life's journey. My elder sister, who is a rock of strength, took on the roles of mother and mentor when my own mother was unable to. She cared for me with unrelenting love, and as the days went on, our connection got deeper and stronger as a result. Her love permeated every aspect of my being, and I was able to give it back to her in full measure by acknowledging her as my biological mother. In recognition of the strong relationship that exists between a mother and her daughter, I was happy to provide a helping hand to her in her day-to-day activities. Together, we overcame the challenges of life, sharing both happy and sad times. In those tender years, I witnessed the plight of my dear sister as a result of a love trauma that led her to be trapped in the clutches of a sinister addiction that consumed her soul. As much as I could, I tried to help her, but her spirit, full of melancholy, led her astray. When her frail figure succumbed to the abyss of death, a blanket of sadness covered my heart. Little did I know that her spectral presence would continue to haunt the house we once shared. After her tragic departure, I felt her ethereal essence permeate the air of the house, a ghostly presence whispering through the very walls. Spectral whispers, laden with despair, echoed with the passage of time. These otherworldly words reached my ears only in the silence of the night, carrying their spectral voice on ethereal wings. Days turned into nights, and the weight of the loss of my beloved sister weighed on my soul, draining my essence like a withered autumn leaf because I always felt I could have done more but didn't. That feeling became an insidious companion that would not leave me alone, consuming me from within and reducing me to being tormented by guilt. Its oppressive burden became unbearable every time I remembered my beloved sister. I became a hollow vessel for the anguish that gripped my heart. In the depths of the night, my dreams took a sinister turn, tormenting my very soul and wrenching me from sleep with a jolt of terror. The visions that unfolded before me were nightmarish, dredging up the deepest fears that lay dormant within. At first, I dismissed them as mere figments of a restless mind, for nightmares often find their way into our slumber, haunting us with glimpses of our darkest desires. Yet, as the nights wore on, their intensity grew, and I could no longer brush them aside with casual disregard. There was an unsettling weight to these haunting images, an ominous presence that lingered long after I awoke, leaving me consumed by a gnawing sense of unease. What once seemed insignificant now held an eerie significance, beckoning me to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden within the realms of my subconscious. the lines between dream and reality began to blur, and I found myself teetering on the precipice of a chilling revelation where the boundaries of fear and truth dissolved into a haunting tapestry of the macabre. Desperate for solace, I sought refuge within the confessional chamber, divulging my tormented spirit to a priest who would bear witness to my haunting story. In the depths of my dreams, I confessed the tormenting visions that plagued my restless nights. In those nocturnal realms, my sister would approach me, seeking solace and connection. But fear, an unyielding force, shattered any possibility of communion, transforming our encounters into relentless specters of despair. Moved by my pitiful plight, the priest imparted his sagely counsel, urging me to embrace the spectral apparition of my sister. He beseeched me to implore divine intervention and to fervently pray for the grace to confront her ethereal presence. Days stretched into nights, my fervent supplications reaching the heavens, a desperate plea for guidance and courage. And then, on my way home, a bone-chilling surprise awaited. A disembodied voice, cold and haunting, spoke my name, piercing the tenuous veil between realms. I turned, my heart pounding, only to be met with horror, an empty void, devoid of any physical form. I realized then that I was speaking to no one but myself, a mere figment of my imagination. Trembling, I hurriedly retreated, fear coursing through my veins, seeking solace within the shelter of my home. Days melded into weeks, and the memory of that eerie event began to fade. I desperately clung to the belief that it had been nothing more than a bad trick of my imagination. But as the weeks wore on, a vision haunted my slumber, a beckoning from my sister, urging me to follow her to the desolate confines of the cemetery. A mere gesture conveyed her silent plea, and despite my trembling fear, her ethereal whispers compelled me to heed her call. In the realm of dreams, I watched as my sister, a ghostly figure draped in sorrow, traversed the iron gates of the cemetery. Fear gripped my heart, paralyzing me in place, yet her spectral whispers persisted, imploring me to accompany her to her eternal resting place. The sacred grounds of the cemetery beckoned, where her lifeless body lay, tormented by the incessant writhing of worms and decay. In that wretched moment, my eyes fixed on the ghastly sight before me. The mere sight of it compelled me to my knees, the weight of my despair pressing me down into the hallowed ground. With trembling hands, I plunged them deep into the soil, desperate to liberate her from the clutches of her dismal prison. Each time I clawed at the earth, a weariness settled upon my bones, yet an unyielding determination coursed through my veins, propelling me forward. The mud and filth clung to my hands, infiltrating my very being with an otherworldly stench that defied description and intensifying the arduousness of my task. But I could not relent. The darkness whispered its secrets, urging me to persist, for the torment she endured demanded release. Time lost all meaning as I dug with despair, casting aside the repulsive creatures that plagued her form. Worm by worm, I painstakingly removed the parasites that feasted upon her decaying flesh. She called out to me, her pleas echoing through the graveyard, her voice a haunting melody that pierced the night. Help me, she beseeched, her anguish palpable. And I toiled, my hands coated in the remnants of decay, my heart heavy with empathy. The worms wriggled and squirmed, yet I remained resolute, driven by the profound desire to alleviate her suffering. With each writhing creature banished from her fragile frame, her cries grew fainter, her gratitude resonating in the ghostly stillness of the night. Finally, I gazed at her body, devoid of the repulsive intruders that had plagued her existence. A bittersweet mix of relief and sadness washed over me as I gazed at her frail form, freed from the torment of the grave. Suddenly, I realized that all this had only been a nightmare, but I also knew that my sister was trying to communicate with me through dreams. Weeks passed into days, and while the recollection of that dreadful dream remained hidden in the back of my mind, it started to fade. The veracity of my experience was called into question by hesitation and doubt, which gnawed at my thoughts. The knowledge that I had granted my sister's tortured soul's last-ditch request, though, gave me a tremendous feeling of calm that encompassed me. I once again turned to the local priest, the guardian of spiritual knowledge, for guidance in my quest for solace and comprehension. I related to him the dream I had experienced. The priest listened to me with grave respect and counseled me to pray earnestly so that God would console my sister's restless heart and grant her forgiveness. I was once again ensnared in a terrifying dream one night in the dead of the night, when the line between the worlds is thinnest. Then I saw my darling sister standing menacingly at my room's door in a terrifying presence. My voice trembled with a combination of dread and want as I called for her to enter, sending a chill down my spine. She had a sad expression on her face and a mask of pain on her face. I tried to see her face, but it stayed resolutely turned away, as if she was trying to avoid my attention. Unsaid words and unsaid secrets lingered in the air, causing a heaviness in the quiet. In that dreamy state, I reached out to her, urging her to stay by my side and defy the intangible boundaries that separate the realms of the living and the dead. Desperation laced my voice, pleading with her not to fade away into the abyss of the unknown. But my pleas were met with a haunting silence, an unsettling void that echoed through the recesses of my mind. Through the veil of dreams, her gratitude surfaced with a mere whisper. She uttered a solitary phrase, "Thank you very much," her voice a hollow echo that reverberated within my soul. It was a bittersweet acknowledgement, a fleeting moment of connection amid the ethereal tapestry of the supernatural. I implored her relentlessly, my words a desperate chorus pleading for her presence to linger and for her essence to permeate the fabric of my reality. But it seemed as though my words fell on deaf ears, as if the ties that bound us had weakened and her spirit was destined to slip away into the shadows. And then, as swiftly as she had appeared, a jolt pulsed through my being, jarring me awake from the clutches of my haunted slumber. The room remained cloaked in a shroud of darkness, and the hour was still early before the first light of dawn. Yet a sense of desolation hung heavy in the air, a poignant reminder that the connection I once shared with my beloved sister had been severed. Since that fateful night, I have ventured into the realm of dreams countless times, hoping to catch another glimpse of her spectral presence. But alas, she eludes me, her ethereal form evading my subconscious grasp. The absence of her apparition leaves an eerie void, a chilling reminder of the transience of our encounters with the otherworldly. In the depths of my solitude, I pondered the nature of that enigmatic encounter. Was it a fleeting visitation from beyond the grave, a spectral manifestation of a troubled soul seeking solace? Or was it a mere figment of my imagination, a fragment of my subconscious weaving illusions into the tapestry of dreams? Though I may never know the truth, the memory of those haunting nights lingers, etched in the recesses of my mind. And as I drift through the waking world, a sense of longing persists, an insatiable yearning to bridge the divide between the living and the dead, to unravel the mysteries that lie hidden within the realm of shadows. But for now, I must resign myself to the realm of uncertainty, forever haunted by the enigma of that ethereal encounter. The specter of my sister's presence may have faded from my dreams, but her essence lingers, a ghostly whisper in the depths of my consciousness, a reminder of the fragile dance between life and death. Time passed, and the dreams ceased their ethereal visitations. The connection to my beloved sister, once a lifeline between realms, dissipated into the ether. However, a deep conviction settled in me, the unshakable certainty that life does not end with death, but continues beyond our understanding, and that in that beyond we suffer the consequences of our actions in life. The haunting remnants of that harrowing odyssey through the ethereal realms cling to my very essence, etching themselves as indelible scars upon my soul. They serve as a chilling reminder of the profound toll that befalls those who fail to cherish the gift of life. With unwavering resolve, I stand as a witness to the existence of life after death, for I have traversed its shadowy reaches, feeling its icy touch upon my spirit. No longer do skepticism and doubt shroud my thoughts, for I have beheld the undeniable truth of the spiritual realm. Our journey transcends the boundaries of mortality, and in its wake, we must contemplate the significance of redemption, forgiveness, and the enduring power of grace. I share my tale not to instill fear, but as an earnest testament to the intricate web that binds our lives together, even beyond the confines of earthly existence. Let my words serve as an ethereal beacon, guiding those who navigate the treacherous waters of doubt and disbelief to embrace the profound mysteries veiled in the unknown. For in doing so, they shall discover a tapestry woven with threads of enlightenment and revelation, whispering of the boundless possibilities that lie beyond the veil.
As we draw the curtains on this haunting story, we are left mesmerized by the ethereal bonds that transcend the realms of the living and the dead. If you crave more spine-chilling stories and immersive journeys into the supernatural, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. By becoming a part of our community, you'll unlock a world of mysterious encounters, ghostly apparitions, and thought-provoking enigmas. Join us for future episodes as we explore the depths of the unknown. Hit that subscribe button now and embark on an unforgettable adventure into the realm of the supernatural. Until next time, may your nights be filled with both eerie dreams and moments of spectral revelation. Subscribe today and stay tuned for more unexplainable stories. Thanks for watching.